speaking positivity into your child's life. Hold on, y'all don't hear me. Speaking positivity into your child's life, you hear me, from the time that they are in your womb is everything. Da, 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 da. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nadale and I make videos on makeup, motherhood and fashion. So if that's something you're interested in, truth be told, I make videos on makeup, motherhood and lifestyle, so I need to change that up. But if that's something you're interested in, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and turn on your post notification bell so you will get a notification every time I upload. Okay, so I haven't done motherhood content in a while, so today I'm going to do a video on what I learned in my first 2 years of being a mother. So I have a 2-year-old boy. His name is Enesscee, and if you've been following me for a while, you've probably seen like my labor and delivery and also seen like my watch day with him and probably seen him in my vlogs. But he has turned 2, you guys. Terrible 2, but I like to call it terrific 2 because I just like putting like a positive connotation on things to kind of like attract positivity. Okay, so if you want to know what I learned in my first 2 years of being a mom, then here you go. One of the first things I learned in 2 years of being a parent is that the most important thing is to choose the other parent wisely. So what that means is choose a proper partner who you know is going to give equal effort to raising that child, who is equally their child, literally. Before you decide to have children or before you decide to get married, think about how that partner treats other people, other children, other members of their family, treats you, treats friends, and see what qualities they have that would make them a good father. And let me tell you, like, Nasir has the best father in the world, hands down. Don't at me, don't at me. Okay, but that is very important. I know in some situations it's not that ideal. You might have not planned a pregnancy and it came about and you want to have a baby and the person might not be, like, I'm not knocking anybody's situation. I was raised in a single parent household. My mom was a single mom, but even if my father was present, he wasn't present in the house, so I understand. But be very strategic when you are dating. Date with a purpose, and that's all I'll say on that. Okay, but the next thing I would say parenting has taught me is patience, right? Patience, 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 patience with your partner because they have different parenting styles. Patient with your baby who cannot probably vocalize or express how they are feeling, so they just cry, or they might, you know, refuse to do certain things like eat or whatever else. But you have to have patience and meet them halfway. Another thing I want to say early on in this video is teaching or educating your baby at an early age. And I feel like my son, he started to show like signs early that he was just going to be intelligent, and I could tell because from the time I found out I was pregnant and he was in my womb. Well, I didn't have a choice because I was in grad school doing my master's at the time, but I used to read to him a lot, like while I was pregnant. And when he came out, as soon as he popped out, his dad began reading to him. So he developed an interest in books very, 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 very early on. So we would read to him regularly. And then once he got a little bit older, we would incorporate other educational things. So reading wasn't just taking a book and reading it. No, I would use the animated voices. I would be excited. I'd be like, yeah, Nasir, let's read a book. It's time to read a book. Let's read a book. Like I was loud and excited and everything, but he would associate that emotion with books. So whenever he saw a book, he was excited and he was ready. And he'd say, Mama, Mama, book, 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 book. So I just bring that enthusiasm and think more in the lens of a kid when you are parenting, and it can be hard. And I'm not saying be that child's friend, but you also want to meet that child halfway, if you get what I'm saying. And so in cooperation with that, I will also say start teaching them other things very early. So while you're reading the book, point to them and say, what color is it? And ask them, say what color it is. Blue. So for example, Nasir, what color is this? Tell me why I have some wipes just sitting on the table. Like, serious, this is like the total motherhood stuff for real. So if I say, Nasir, what color is this? As soon as I say what color is this, I follow up and say blue, and then give him a chance to try to repeat blue. And this, obviously, if he kind of talk, he's not going to know that, but you still want to say it anyway, because guess what, they're going to try to want to say it early on. Okay, so what color is it? Blue. And then they'll go blue. What color is this? Blue. What color is it? Blue. Okay, but you don't want to like overdo it, because you don't want them to associate learning with something negative like frustration, right? So you want to give a little but not too much, just enough. Okay, another thing I would say is spend 15 minutes every day with your child trying to teach your child, right? So what you want to do is I have like cards, and I'll say, Nasir, yay, do you want to do cards? Let's do cards. And then I'll get like so excited, and he'll go and get the card, and I'll show it to him, and I'll do the same thing when I'm doing teaching. I just say, what is it? Ice cream. What is it? Hot. What is it? Orange. And so he will repeat after me, but I just flip for them really quickly, and then before you know it, he will be repeating them as well. But before that, even before that, I just spend 15 minutes teaching him new things, right, every day. And that 15 minutes can be spread out throughout the day. It doesn't have to be 15 minutes all at once, because kids, like, their attention span short at that age, and they really don't want to be bothered with like too much learning all at once. So I would say kind of like disperse it throughout the day. So I think in the morning is a very good time, as soon as they wake up and their mind is fresh. And then I would also say, like, right before bed, maybe before wind down, you can do something educational. And if you're home during the day, you can also like teach them throughout the day, but you want to try to do at least 15 minutes too. Okay, so I didn't have my phone, but now my phone is back on, and I just want to say one of the things that I early on learned is to see the beauty in parenting, see the beauty in motherhood, see the beauty in your child, even when they might make it a little difficult. Okay, I have had my son like puke all on me, all over me, and I was just so grateful in that moment, because I was like, at least he's healthy, at least he's healthy, at least he can puke, at least he has all his body parts and everything is working right. So in everything, just try to look at the glass half full rather than half empty, and just be grateful for like the smallest things, because trust me, some people have it really hard as parents, so just, if nothing is wrong with your child and everything is going, and even if your child was born with some abnormality or deficiency or whatever the case may be, just still try and see the glass half full rather than half empty. Another thing I learned during parenthood is share the load, and that goes back to what I said about having a partner who is a partner. Like, they not just look, because you're the mother, you have to do every single thing for the child, and they never have to do anything except for come and give cute kisses and take pictures. No, that's not what's happening. When it's bath, they can give baths too, they can change diapers too, they can feed too, they can do all of the things that you can do as well. Okay, because that is equally their child. Okay, let's not do any struggle parenting, please. Now, another thing that I found was very, very good, and I think I already knew that, but just seeing it like in real time was really, really like good, and I will definitely tell this to anybody. If you can, have your child spend time with older relatives, older kids who are relatives in your family, so then that way they will be eager to learn more because they want to kind of be on the same level as the older kids. So I would say like having a 5 year old around a toddler that's like 2 or whatever, I think that will really help them with speech development, problem solving skills. Like all of these things will be good for them to learn just because they are surrounded constantly by other kids. And I know for everybody that's not possible, but if you can, try to incorporate that or have them go on play dates with children that might be in the age group but a little older, because you want them to have or to frequent kids who are a little bit more advanced, so that they will want to be interested and want to learn and eager to like learn and grow intellectually. Another thing which is very important, and I think you know what, I might save this one for last. Let me see. Okay, I would say introduce independence early enough, right? So you want your kids to learn how to figure things out on their own or learn how to do things on their own. So I would say to use the my turn method, or I call it the my turn method. But for example, if you're brushing their teeth, you give them the toothbrush, you have them brush their teeth and be like, oh my gosh, Nasir, good job brushing your teeth, good job baby, you have such beautiful teeth, okay, my turn. And then you take the toothbrush and you go ahead and brush. And I do the same thing for like bath time. His father hates it because he's like, I don't have time for all of this. And you can see like Nasir really wants to do the stuff himself, like bathe himself and brush his teeth himself. Having patience again, right? But you're teaching them to be independent early, so it really does help. So try the my turn method. And also you guys, my background is in psychology, so a lot of those things that I implement, it has been proven it works. I also work in the ABA field, so I definitely know what I'm talking about, and these tips do work. So another tip in parenting, especially for your toddlers, once they can talk or they can understand you, is to prime them, right? And priming just simply means prepare, right? So you're preparing them for whatever it is that you're going to do next. So for example, if we're going to eat in 10 minutes and your kid is playing a game, you say, okay, Nasir, in 10 minutes we're going to eat. And so you make it seem positive, so they don't have to feel like, oh my god, why I have to stop what I'm doing to go and eat, like who wants to do that? No, be like, okay, Nasir, in 10 minutes we're going to eat. In 5 minutes, okay, Nasir, in 5 minutes we're going to eat. 5 more minutes, all done with the game, and then we're going to eat. All right, and then in 2 minutes, okay, Nasir, you have 2 more minutes to play, and then we're going to eat. Okay, so they already know what to expect, and they wouldn't just go into like a big tantrum. Now you also have to realize kids will be kids, right? So this might not work all the time, it depends. But also you know, if it doesn't, keep being persistent and consistent, and it will work. Okay, it will work eventually. Okay, this is one that we all know as mothers, we need to take time for ourselves. So if that means going to the nail shop, going to get a massage, going to the car, because I've done that. Okay, going to the car, taking some time for yourself, especially if you're a breastfeeding mom and a working mom, full-time job, all of those things, you definitely want to take time for yourself and your peace of mind, because if your cup is not full, you cannot fill your child's cup. Okay, if you are not there, if you kind of take care of yourself, you kind of take care of other people. So make sure you source help, whether that may be from your partner, or from, if you have a babysitter, or if you have like a grandparent or somebody that can help you. There are moments where you're going to have them help you and take about 30 minutes to an hour, or maybe even 2 if you can, for yourself. Okay, that is so important. The next thing I would say that I have learned in my first 2 years of parenting is that you have to make everything exciting, especially from early on. You have to make every single thing exciting. So like I showed you all before, even when you're talking, you want to talk to them in an exciting way to associate positive feelings to whatever it is that you want to teach your kid or whatever it is that they are doing, right? So especially when you are teaching them, positive reinforcement is so important. Verbal praise is so important when teaching a toddler. So for example, if I ask Nasir, show me sign language for more. And he does more. Oh my gosh, Nasir, that's sign language for more. Good job. And with the good job, oh my god, I go so high with the good job. Good job when I'm clapping and then his father comes in the background. Yeah, good job. Good job. What do you say? Good job, big man. His father will always come and ad lib talk about good job, man. But when he gets the good job, oh my god, he wants to do so much more. Like it works, I'm telling you. So make sure you give high praise, high verbal praise, positive reinforcement all the time. And positive reinforcement can come in the form of praise or a toy or a snack that they like. So it just has to be something that will make the occurrence of that behavior happen more frequently. So in order to increase a behavior, you want to give positive reinforcement. Okay, now this is the last one on my list, and this is a good one. I don't know if, like, sometimes I think parents, because it's so overwhelming with parenting, you might forget to do this, but this is so huge. And I tie everything back to education because I feel like that's one of the greatest gifts that you can give a child, which is education and like knowledge, and because nobody can take that away from your child. So I do a lot of things that are educational for my son. But if you want your kid to learn and listen to you and follow your instruction, and in ABA we call that to have instructional control. If you want to have instructional control over your child, you want your child to be obedient and to listen, you have to, and to learn, you and follow instructions, you have to pair with your child. And y'all probably like, pair, what is pair? How are you pairing with your child? I will tell you, pairing with your child just means playing with the child, getting to know the child on their level, sitting down on the ground. If they're on the floor, you're sitting on the floor and you're playing with them. You're playing with them on the bed. I give my son Zoom. Which is really just putting him, it's a piggyback ride, but we call it Zoom. He calls it Zoom because when I do it, I go zoom, 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 zoom. He loves it. He loves it. So you play with your child. You do things that they enjoy doing. You let them lead and you just follow. Like playing with your kid and pairing with them and building that strong bond, it will give you instructional control over your child so that you can teach them things and they will be wanting to learn, want to receive the information, they will be ready to go, they will be more obedient. Now when they get to 2 years old, some switch happens and the obedience kind of, something happens, but just keep being persistent. And I would say another thing I learned is parenting discipline is a lot harder than I thought, right? Because I want to discipline in one way and his dad wants to discipline another way. Now I'm from the Caribbean. We don't play that, right? But his dad is so different. So I think I had to like go back and like rethink the entire way that I was thinking that I was going to parent my kids and discipline my kids. And now I have to go back and try to incorporate, you know, what Jay is saying, and you know, really just try and meet halfway. The both of us meet halfway so we can raise our child in a healthy state. Another thing I want to say before I go is that speaking positivity into your child's life. Hold on, y'all don't hear me. Speaking positivity into your child's life, you hear me, from the time that they are in your womb is everything. Okay, don't be like, oh my god, that child is an annoyance, oh my god, like, no, speak positively. Oh my god, babe, you are so smart. But guess what, that's not what we're doing right now. Even when you're punishing them, try to, I know this, I don't do this all the time. I don't want to lie and say I'm perfect. Sometimes my volume might go a little higher, but if you can't speak in a neutral tone, a calm neutral tone, you might get more results than you yelling at that child. Okay, don't insult the child, don't make stupid remarks, don't make stupid jokes. Like, that's not, don't do that. Speak positivity into your child's life. You see me, I tell my son positive affirmations all the time. You're the smartest baby I know, you're the cutest baby I know, you're the nicest baby I know, you're the everything. It's just try your best to speak positivity into that child's life from a young age. Pray over your child and pray with your child and speak positivity into your child's life. Okay, so with that being said, that is everything that I have for this video. I am so happy that I was able to record this. If you guys liked this content and it helps you, and let me tell you something, even if you don't have kids yet, this is going to help you. And if you want more in-depth videos on how to teach your toddler certain things, then I can do videos on that. Just let me know what you guys want to see in the comments below. And yes, sis, like, we can do this motherhood thing together. Okay, I have got you. Okay, but thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my other video. Bye.